Hello friends, welcome to another video. I am at my crafting facility in our lounge area on the other side of the building. I'm sitting on a comfy sofa that we actually brought all the way from England and is now put to great use here at work. So anyway, yes, today I would love to talk to you about jewelry that is sold on the market as anti-tarnish or waterproof, sweatproof, sea-proof, basically everything proof. This is a common question that we often get asked by our jewelry designer customers because they are indeed some brands out there selling sterling silver and or gold plated on sterling, claiming that their jewelry will not tarnish. So I'd like to share with you how we as a jewelry manufacturer can produce jewelry where the finish is anti-tarnish. And I'll give you an honest insight on the options that we offer to our customers. Please also stay tuned to the end and I'll also share a little inside tip and some detailed info with regards to gold-plated jewelry, which continues to be a super popular line for us. So yes, I hope you find it helpful. If you guys are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Kim and I'm owner of Thai Design Distributors, which is our UK company, as well as my crafting and jewelry production facility in Thailand. We are a third generation family business specializing in manufacturing high-end sterling silver and solid gold jewelry for retailers, wholesalers, and exclusively for jewelry brand designers around the world. We have our own in-house jewelry range, but most of what we do is the exclusive production for our jewelry designer customers. I've been in the industry for over 20 years and previously based in the UK, but recently relocated to Thailand to be at the heart of our business, and it's been great. My aspiration and the purpose of this channel is to share my unique knowledge and extensive experience of working with jewelry designers to anyone who is keen or interested in starting or expanding their jewelry brand and looking to outsource the production of their jewelry. I really hope you find the topics and videos helpful and interesting, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for all the latest topics that I have to share. So I do understand that a typical consumer buying jewelry may not know the exact process of jewelry manufacturing. And some may have an expectation that the jewelry is going to be, a long-lasting piece. They may think that, oh, because it's sterling silver and it's more expensive than, say, brass or bronze, the duration should be X number of years, etc. And I know that there are mid to high-end brands out there that do claim that the jewelry is anti-tarnish, waterproof, sweatproof, etc. I mean, we're making those actual pieces for these brands. So let's just go through the preventative options that we offer our customers, because there are many options available on the market. Firstly, we have to talk about the base metal. As you guys know, Thai Design only works with sterling silver and solid gold. Not all manufacturers do, but our customers typically do their research beforehand, so they know that they want to use a high value metal as the base metal. So that's already a great marketing or selling point to your customers. If we were to work in a non-value metal, such as brass as the base metal, the concern is that after some time, it can turn the skin green. That's due to the chemical reaction caused by the copper in the brass oxidizing when it comes to contact with oxygen and of course moisture. However, the higher metal values such as sterling silver and solid gold should never oxidize green, and if it does, well, I would doubt the metal content and it's unlikely to be silver or real gold. Let's talk about silver. At our crafting facility, we mix in-house the correct ratio of alloys to make 925 sterling silver. But like I said, silver should never oxidize green, but would only oxidize to black, which is what you call your tarnishing. So it's going to happen and you just can't anticipate it never tarnishing. But the good news is that tarnish on sterling silver is not permanent and can easily be removed with the proper cleaning practices and general TLC at home. I talked about this a little bit more in another video that we did a few years ago, so please check that out. That was on plating. But the point is that you just have to keep it clean and practice the do's and don'ts. Let's move on to talk about solid gold as being the base metal. Note that gold can discolor too. Pure gold is a blend of other metals like copper, silver, and zinc, but overall it's a much more durable metal, especially when we talk about the carat gold. So basically, the more yellow the gold, the softer the metal. So your 9 or 14 karat gold is going to be harder in comparison to, say, 18 karat gold. Now, silver will tarnish, but gold won't in the traditional sense, but it may change its appearance in color over time due to these following external factors. One is the oxidization of the alloys. in that the copper and silver components in solid gold can undergo oxidation, which can lead to a subtle color change in the alloy. Usually it's a warm reddish color, which primarily comes from the copper alloy. The other external factors are your surface contaminants, which is like your lotions, perfumes, etc. And then you have your environmental factors, which is the exposures to harsh chemicals, salt water, or high humidity, such as when you're wearing the jewelry on a beach or on the coast. These all can contribute to the wear and tear of gold jewelry, and equally these external factors apply to sterling silver as well, making them discolor or tarnish. Those are the main base metals I wanted to cover. For any of our customers who want their jewelry anti-tarnished, we have the following preventative options available. So probably the most popular option that we use is e-coating the jewelry. And we're doing a fair bit of e-coating for some of our customers where their orders are in sterling silver, so no plating on top, and they want an anti-tarnish coating. The process with e-coating consists of covering the jewelry piece in a thin layer of clear ceramic using electric currents, and these create a barrier between the metal and the environmental factors, protecting it from tarnishing, and if it's done right, the layer should be consistent and most importantly unnoticeable. It's also really not very expensive. We're talking about maybe an extra, say, on average £1 to £2 that we charge for e-coating, and that's say on a small disc pendant on both sides, not including the chain. E-coating is different to plating or electroplating, which is the application metal onto a metal, and I'll talk more about plating a bit later. Just be careful if you are using e-coating. They come in many different color films, and you want to make sure that the film that you're using for it is completely clear so it's unnoticeable. So just make sure that you get assurance from your supplier. There is also PVD coating, which is done in a high vacuum environment to cover the jewelry with a vaporized material. Despite it being a thin layer, it's often more durable and harder, which is great if you want a product that is anti-tarnish, sweat or waterproof. Like e-coating, they have different colors but more metallic as it's a base metal material. A quick update, guys. I'm really happy to say that we've had several samples PVD coated with a reputable PVD supplier in Bangkok, and after wearing the jewelry for several weeks without taking them off, so they've been exposed to water, perfume, lotion, seawater, etc., they're still looking great. So as from today, I'm confident in adding this as another anti-tarnish solution or option to our customers. We're also looking into another alternative anti-tarnish solution made by BlueClad that creates more of an invisible film that protects from oxidation. That's a purely anti-tarnish treatment, and we can do that in-house, so that would be exciting, and I'll just keep you updated on this in due course. But generally there are lots of other options available within the jewelry industry that may be, say, in the form of rhodium or palladium plating, in other words, other white metal coatings. So really be sure to ask your supplier what options they tend to use or offer. Now, for those who wish to take it up one notch and actually want to focus on the base metal as opposed to any sort of anti-tarnish layer, another option that we offer our customers is non-tarnishing metals that's available in the jewelry industry. And one that's been around for about a good decade or so is Argentium, which is a special generation of silver alloys developed specifically to combat the tarnishing in silver. We've worked directly with the company Argentium for many years now and bought the silver directly from them. So, you know, for anyone who is more concerned about a permanent, non-tarnished metal, then that's a really good option. And Argentium applies for both casted and stamped items. It's a higher value metal, kind of like Fairmined or Fairtrade silver or gold, because it's a completely different product to regular sterling silver, and one could use that to their advantage, you know, when it comes to your marketing and your entire brand even. So it's really about how serious you want to take it and your personal stance on the matter. We're also looking into another metal, a bit like Argentium, with Umicore, who very recently made their own non-tarnishing metals. So I'll keep you updated on that at some point soon in the future. Lastly, I want to talk about gold plating jewelry. So just a reminder again, we measure gold plating in microns. The more microns mean a thicker coating, and anything more than 2.5 microns is called vermeil. There may be a perception from people that because the silver is covered with gold plating that the piece won't tarnish. However, though gold plated items include real gold, they are not made entirely of gold. It only gets covered with a thin layer of it, but it's not a solid gold piece. So just note that over time this gold layer can wear off, especially, you know, we've covered in previous videos and discussions, if one is to expose the piece to harsh chemicals, and over time the base metal will start to show through. Just remember that the problem is often not with the plating itself, but with the base metal, which is prone to corroding and oxidizing. What happens is that over time, the molecules of the base metal eventually moves into the gold layer, affecting its appearance. If the gold plating is very thin, it will discolor and start to tarnish quickly. Gold plating is nothing like solid gold. It's just a more affordable option for those who want the gold look without the price of solid gold. And usually gold-plated jewelry can last from a few months all the way up to a couple of years. But like I've stressed before, the thickness of the gold layer plays a big role, as thicker gold plating will last longer and will not tarnish. Typical gold plating can be from 0.5 to 1 microns, but the better quality pieces might have a thicker layer. And I've recommended nothing really under 1 microns. Other manufacturers may say that 0.5 is fine, but personally I would never plate less than 1 microns, let alone flash plating, which is even thinner. One of the things that I've learned within the jewelry industry, and I want to let you guys know, is that there are some manufacturers out there that will first plate the jewelry with nickel first, which, you know, they believe that it keeps the base metal from affecting the appearance of the gold and the gold plating. But, you know, like with this process, the gold is unlikely to tarnish, so they might nickel plate even on top of sterling silver, not even brass. And they think that it just gives the added layer of, you know, protection before they gold plate it. We never use nickel. Nickel in jewelry is illegal in the UK, and, you know, given that Thai Design was established in London and we still have a lot of customers in the UK, we avoid using any nickel in our jewelry. So yes, always check with your supplier the process of how they are gold plating your jewelry. So in summary, know that whatever base metal you choose to use will impact the longevity of the jewelry, and make sure that you ask your supplier or manufacturer what anti-tarnish options that they have available, whether that's e-coating, PVD, or another anti-tarnish solution that they commonly use. Have them provide quotations so that you get a nice comparison, and always check how the process is done so that you can further that education or tip to your customers. And most of all, you know, make it really clear on your website or, you know, a little paper in your packaging, just to be sure that your customers understand how they should take care of their jewelry and some realistic expectations that they should have about their jewelry. Okay, that's it. I hope that was informative and helpful. Thank you for watching, and please share, like, or subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys real soon. Take care. Bye.